When parents ask me what they can do to support their teens, there are lots of things they can do, but I usually like to start with the basics. First, a parent who is feeling well themselves is going to be in the best position to have resources to support their teen. What are you doing for your own self care? And I know it can take a lot to feel like that should be prioritized, but it is really important when you need to support other people, you need to have the resources to be able to do that. Second basic thing is really try to start from the perspective of hearing your teen and having empathy and validating their experiences. Their experience of the pandemic may be similar to yours or may be very different than yours, but it's new for all of us. And really being able to listen and have empathy for what they're struggling with is really important. In terms of tangible things you can do kind of within your household to support teens, structure is really important. Time like this, months, days turns into weeks, turn into months, and it just kind of goes on and on. And it can be really difficult to maintain that sense of I need to get up in the morning, I should have a shower, I should eat some breakfast. But that kind of structure can be really helpful to a teen in terms of feeling like they're productively engaged and that there's a purpose to each day. I sort of mentioned in passing having breakfast, keeping on top of basic things like eating, sleeping, exercise. Those are all keys to physical health, and we know that their physical health and mental health are closely connected. We can't have one without the other. And lastly, just really thinking about how can you spend some time together that's not focused on the pandemic, that's not focused on how are you doing with your homework? Have you done your homework? Did you get your test back yet? But instead is really taking the time to enjoy each other's company. And that may feel a little bit unusual because in teenagehood, you kind of see this separation that started to happen between teens and parents. And that's okay. That's normal. That's how development works. So it's important for being successful as an adult. But during this particular time, in the midst of a pandemic, where those other kinds of regular developmental activities are so compromised, to really figure out how you can spend some time together that's focused on things you both enjoy. If you're a parent who's concerned about your teen, or even if you're a teen who just really doesn't feel like you're yourself these days, it's a really great idea to reach out for help. And we have lots of resources across the country that can link you with the resources you need. Of course, within your own province or territory and your own community, you can reach out to your family doctor, you can reach out to your local mental health organization. In terms of online resources that are available across Canada, we have Wellness Together Canada, which is a great resource that has a number of different interventions embedded within it for adults, for parents, for teens, for mental health, for substance use. There are a lot of resources there. There's also the Centre for Addiction and Mental Health has a great resource page. If you just go to camh.ca and type in COVID resources, you get a lot of resources. And if you're in the moment and things are really difficult and your local resources aren't open, you can certainly try Kids Help Phone. They have people available 24/7 who can help guide you to the services that might be best for you.